On today's episode, a deeper look on the design process of the latest incarnation of a 90s icon, a hero for the Gran Turismo generation, and a legend of rallying. This is the 2018 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 11 by Adan Design. Hello and thanks for joining me on this venture, the Adan channel, and this Adan Design Inside, your favorite program here at the Adan channel. Mainly because, well, it is the only program at the Adan channel currently, but we'll fix that later. In this first episode, first things first, who am I? I'm Adan, a petrolhead and an automotive designer, and I created this channel to share with you my work and some of the things behind it. Perhaps you'll find them useful and interesting. Social media and portfolio information on the description box below if you want to check them out. So, let's start with this, my latest project. It is a 2018 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 11, or at least my take on how an Evo 11 should be, if there was such a thing. So, let's take a quick look on the steps behind the design process of this project. Step number one, it's called briefing. And briefing, it's giving a concrete answer to the question, how do I create the most attractive product for my target audience, aka the people who are gonna buy my product? And it seems to me that lately Mitsubishi is doing their briefing kind of weirdly. They think that because a large percentage of people is willing to buy large SUVs, they should transform their total lineup into SUVs. Something like this. Can you even picture Paul Walker on the Fast and the Furious film, driving the latest Eclipse?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
We identify these problems with the briefing. It's time for the favorite part of them all, sketching. So let's take a look at this process for the Evo 11. These are some of the main sketches I used to develop my Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 11 project. This one is the first to got all the main key elements I wanted the final project to have, such as the front power shield, that is this shape, this signature graphic Mitsubishi is currently using all across its model range. Of course, other Mitsubishis got massive chrome stripes right here in the side, but this being an evolution, it's all about business, and business has nothing to do with chrome. Also, all about business is the front grille. That is a key evolution element across all its generations, because Evos had always got front-mounted intercoolers, and they are very exposed on the front of the car. Even the side-mounted plate was mounted there to allow more fresh air into the front intercooler. We also got rally-inspired fog lights, and these brake intakes I took straight from an Evo 5. Also, we got the main line that flows all across the car, and that, as you can see, it also evolved from these very rough sketches into something more serious. It gave me that dynamic sensation I wanted the car to have, and it started to get more and more concrete across these sketches. And this sketch right here, it's got coffee all over it, and it's got a wolf and a jaguar that has nothing to do with the evolution design, but this very thumbnail was the one I used to define the whole rear of the car. It's got this wide stance and the power shield look-alike shapes all across the rear and even in the rear spoiler. And also after this thumbnail I created this three-quarter view of the rear and I got the main line as it finally did into the Cad model. The next step is doing a Cad model, computer assisted design model. Of course you already knew that, but I created this model using SolidWorks, and I think 3D modeling is essential for any automotive designer since it allows you to develop more complete projects. And of course, it will allow you to ensure every surface and line of your design is just as you envision it. For this, my idea was to create an Evo that can be at a dealership right now, 2018. First step is getting the packaging right. You know, all those things your Evo need to be an Evo, like seating for 4, a turbocharged 2-liter engine, a complex all-wheel drive system, rally-inspired suspension, a 6-speed manual transmission. Making this will ensure the car got more realistic proportions. I also made an interior with front Recaro seats, a rear bench, a modern Momo steering wheel, and these Porsche-style strap door handles, because I like Porsche-style strap door handles very much. The interior has two main continuous lines, this one on top and this aluminum surface that flows all around the cabin to improve the quality perception. Also, you can see that the whole center console is leather wrap. Also, the steering wheel is leather wrap. Pretty much every surface you get in contact with, here shown in brown, is leather wrap. I need to clarify this. Evos are about driving pleasure. They were never meant to be luxury cars, nor these good at everything cars like, you know, a GTI. Evos just demand a certain level of compromise. And if you take away all these little compromises, you will also take away some of the character and some of the involvement a car like this gives to you. With this said, the Evo needs to improve its interior quality and materials just to be suitable for today's market. And as a designer, you need to consider this and improve the interior without losing the Evo personality. So yes, it is a better interior, but it is still an Evo interior. This particular car took me about 3 months to develop. I made everything from the sketching to the 3D modeling and even the rally livery, that, in case you were wondering, was inspired by Marlboro rally liveries from some early rally evolutions with a touch of 90s retro nonsense graphics. Of course, this being a 2018 Rally Evo, it cares about children, and it promotes rally arts instead of cigarettes, because this Evo wants the children to know they should only smoke their tires. So let's focus on the bodywork, since this is mainly an exterior design exercise. The main part is the dynamic shield, that is, this graphic Mitsubishi is using as a key design element on its new design language. I think it is pretty cool and it fits the Evo like a glove, since all Evos have had this massive front intercooler that goes amazingly well within the dynamic shield graphic. So, as I mentioned before, I try to get the lines flowing all around the body for as long as I can. Here you can see the main line highlighted. It starts at the edge of the intercooler and goes all the way around the body into the taillights. incorporating them into the design. Then it gets back on the other side into the other edge of the intercooler. Also worth noticing is that this Evo has a different approach to panels. As designer, you should consider where different body panels meet, so you can play with the unions between them and incorporate this into your design. In this car, I made the rear quarter panels independent and smaller. You know, in most cars, they go from the start of the A-pillar into the taillight and down to the door seals, making them a real pain in the you-know-what to fix or replace. But not in this car. Here you can replace them by bolting them into the unibody, like the front fenders in any other car. When they get hit, and of course they will, because this is a rally car, you just unbolt them, get a new one, paint it, and bolt it back in place. Now, the Evo being a rally car for the streets means that it needs a lot of muscle around the wheel arches. Nothing shouts rally car more than massive and muscular wheel arches. This gives the car its rally stance and cool looks. The bulky fender flares are integrated into the body by the flowing lines. And I also incorporate this little detail in the fuel cap to make it look as if it was embossed into the fender flare. You know, just to contribute a little to the car widened body effect. Now I will unveil to you what I consider the best element of this design. To me, the side or profile of the car is one of the most important views, and certainly it is the largest. For it, I wanted something congruent with the main theme, aka the dynamic shield. So the idea was to create a shape that seems to flow in harmony with this theme. This is the dynamic shield. As you remember, I used only the graphic and omitted the chrome inserts from other Mitsubishi models. But here is where design magic happens. Let me highlight the edges from the dynamic shield. And now let's imagine them flowing and stretching as if the car was moving at speed. Now you see, that's how I created the side, as a blurry image of the same graphic, but carved into the side volume of the car. I think this explains to Mitsubishi why they need their Halo car back, because a Halo car is not about sales volume, it is about inspiring and letting Mitsubishi portray their design language at its best. Finally, on the rear of the car, as the Evo accelerates into glory, it let us see the dynamic shield one final time, crowned by the taillights and its mythical rear wing. As you can tell, it is not just about using the dynamic shield graphic as much as I possibly can. Instead, I try to create a sculpture of a dynamic shield moving through space and time. You can think of this like an instant photograph of a moving car in a rally stage. It will have all these blurry flowing lines across the whole car, giving this sensation of speed. So I try to create that, but into a 3D volume. So that's it. I really want to know what you think about this process, the video, and of course my design. So let me know what you think on the comment section below. I will try to read all your comments and answer all your questions. Also, if you liked Adan Design Inside, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Finally, I got a serious announcement. As you know, there are currently many species facing extinction. One of them is the Lancer evolution, that has already been declared extinct. Please share this video. Perhaps together we can save the Evo for future generations. No doubt the Evo is a very special car, and for the sake of fans all around the world, let's hope Mitsubishi bring it back the right way. This was the first episode, I hope you like it, and thanks for joining me. Leave me a comment on the comment section below. If you like it, subscribe and share it with people that may find this interesting. I'm Adan, see you later.